This is cutting edge stuff. Operationally, so doing the job, going to sea, finding bad guys, things like that.
Right.
This is cutting edge, absolute world class.
Well, you're in for a real treat today on Maritime Machines. It's Maritime Helicopter Squadron 423. And the CH-148 is a wonderful aircraft. It's modern technology. It's so far advanced from the replacement of the Sea King, or as a replacement for the Sea King. And we're going to take you for a look and a flight here on the show. Major Norm Hanley, it's a pleasure to see you.
Nice to meet you.
And what is your job here? What do you do?
I'm the Squadron Operations Officer. So for 423 Squadron, the operational squadron in Shearwater, I control the flying program. I make sure that we've got aircraft and crew to perform the daily missions.
Are you doing, well, routine training looking for submarines here in Halifax?
Well, we do. We go out off the coast here, normal training. You'd put the ball in the water, the sonar.
Right.
Go into the hover, put that in the water, listen first, then go active, and we're training crews how to do that. Then for the tactical picture, once we're in theater, to get ready for that, we have simulators on base, full motion.
And these have been deployed since 2018 overseas?
That is correct.
And now, it's my understanding that capability of the sonar and the system and the dip and all of that far more efficient than what the previous generation of Sea Kings were.
It's definitely more effective.
Okay.
Efficient, it's not our job to be efficient. We spend money as a military. We spend it to protect our interests abroad. So we're looking at effectiveness. We want to make sure that the job is done in the best possible way. So to be effective, you need a tool that is better.
Right.
So this isn't just an iterative jump from the Sea King. This is a completely new generation of kit. This, when this goes into the dip, so when we come into the hover over the water, lower the sonar into the water.
So how far over the...
It would be about 80 feet.
So you're hovering at 80 feet?
Hovering at 80 feet. We lower the sonar on a cable. This can lower it pretty much to 1,000 feet.
Okay.
To listen for submarines at various depths. This will cover in one dip what it would take 40 dips for the Sea King to cover.
So that is more efficient.
Effective.
In that way.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
it is.
And we'll keep it coming to the right here.
So I'm just going to use this.
Okay, what is it?
It's a measuring tool to use to measure what size helmet is going to best fit you.
Okay, so if I join the forces, would I have my own helmet, or do I have to come here to get one every time?
No, so air crew members have their own fitted helmets to themselves, and then we have spares for passengers like yourself.
Oh, for guests. All right. Guest services says, how big is the block?
You are a medium, so
a medium.
190 millimeters.
I'm average.
Yeah, so you're average.
Oh, cool.
Get you to
All right.
off this one.
So hold the straps, pull it, and then I assume it's like a motorcycle helmet. And is there a way to, no, everything's all relaxed and loose?
Good. Yeah, that's where it does.
All right. Oy, except for the glasses. Oy. There we are. Oh, look. Lens goes up.
So for those, you're going to make sure that you push on the out and then up, and same with when you're going down, so out towards the outside, and then
Ah, okay. Oh, that's cool.
there's a locking mechanism on them.
And then out and up. Out and
There you go.
ah, look at that. And then the microphone.
Yeah.
Check. This thing on. No.
Pretty-
Check. This thing on. Check.
And then for your visors, just ensure you only use one at a time. Don't put both down at the
Why?
same time, because they will scratch.
Oh, okay. Just like my glasses. They will describe my glasses. So that's it for the helmet.
For your helmet, as long as you feel it fits. So your ear cups, sure that they're good.
Yep.
Can you hear me well when I talk?
What?
Fields captured. Captured. Clear the water.
Pause 2, 3, it's gonna be depart, plunge, depart.
Roger.
Departing.
Roger. Parts captured.
7.
Roger. See how smooth that was?
That was pretty smooth. That was so fast.
That was smooth, Rich.
Yeah, buddy.
Close and safe.
Roger. And kicking off heading.
Roger.
Decoupled.
every pilot needs to have proficiency and time in air. So what is it, 10 hours a week?
You need 10 hours a month.
A month, okay.
You're going to have a certain number of hours of night, so you're proficient as well using night vision goggles. It's wonderful. What a great tool. We didn't have that in the Sea King.
Okay.
You went out flying and it was just blackout, and you hope for the best.
Hope for the best. Flying by instrument, obviously.
Yes, you were flying by instruments, steam-driven instruments. But in this thing, you've got GPS that's telling you exactly where you are. You've got, the radar has a GPS map overlay. You can see what's out there. The radar in the Sea King, it was like looking at a bowl of Campbell's tomato soup with a bunch of crackers broken up into it. Really hard to sort out what was what. So it's very, very capable.
So this is the aircraft flying us down here. We're not controlling it. George does it for you compared to your Harvard experience.
Okay.
Below, so there's fly-by-wire control laws. Below 60 knots in other little areas. Below 60 knots, you have to use your pedals like a real pilot. Above 60 knots, George does it for you. So George always wants to be in
Control.
control, not control. In sync now, there's a, what's the word, John? Coordinated turn. George always wants to be coordinated because no one likes, like I have control for a second. I have control, so I'm gonna go right pedal. Then I go like this. See how it feels ugly? Excuse my language. See how that felt ugly? So that's side slipping.
Why is it called George?
I don't, because it's a male voice, and George the autopilot. Does anybody know why that's called George? I should know this, but no. Yeah, so we call him George. George is probably the best pilot I've ever been flown with. If it's crazy out, nighttime, you get different visuals. It can be alarming, and your sensations can be like, oh, I'm in a nose down left turn, but my instruments tell me I'm straight and level. And George is like, well, no, you're straight and level. Don't worry, I got you.
Worried about the airport.
All right, 200 feet, descending down to, we'll go, I want to keep my speed up to get to Peggy's Cove.
Roger. This is Vegas Cove to the next pinnacle.
Roger. And we know we can go down to 50 feet just for training, so I'll just simulate the 50 feet for a second.
So you use the analogy, these are like Tesla in some ways.
Yes, it's far more capable than the Sea King was. It is a tool that is purpose-built for the modern-day threat. So we are able to find the bad guys in today's type of warfare.
It took some time to get the right piece of equipment for the job.
Yep, but I think we're there. I think we've got the right piece of kit to do the job effectively. The learning curve was kind of steep.
Captain Ryan Langell, Ryan with an H. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
Did you grow up around here?
I did. I'm from Lower Sackville.
Were you always attracted to the military, to this part of the world of avionics?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I always wanted to be in aviation. However, I never thought I'd be in the maritime helicopter world.
Why was that a surprise, or why did that?
Grew up knowing the Sea King, the history of the Sea King type deal, and always hearing the bad, negative press about it. But then, actually, when I got to fly the Sea King, I just remember coming up to it laughing, couldn't believe I'm going to be flying this thing, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
When did that happen? When did you first get to fly? How long does it take to get to a position where they say, sure?
Yeah. Joined in 2006 pretty much, and then did all flight training until 2009.
Right.
And then I joined the Sea King community, MH community in 2010.
MH community was?
Maritime helicopter community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, my understanding of Sea King compared to this is called fly-by-wire.
Mm-hmm.
So you're using input controls that tell something else what to do. Sea King, wasn't that more of a mechanical connected to?
Yep.
Yeah, you're actually moving things?
Yeah, absolutely. You could feel the way, if you're sitting beside the other pilot, you'd feel the stick move, you'd feel the pressures of all the forces on the helicopter, on the flight controls. This aircraft, you don't feel any flight controls. There is still kind of like this little, you can feel it out of the detent, kind of out of the center position when you're flying. But if I went back to the Sea King, I'd be like, oh man, I definitely feel a difference.
Low approach, just so we have the good
So for your LPSV, I'm just gonna get you
The what?
LPSV, life preserver.
Life preserver, okay. And,
You're gonna put it on like a backpack.
oh, there we are. Oh, it's heavy.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna pull it back here so that your helmet, so that your
That's
helmet
okay.
doesn't get in the way.
All right.
Okay, so then you're gonna do up your strap. There's a connector at the bottom here. You're gonna do it. So this strap, the purpose of it is to make sure that it's right under your butt so that when you go to sit down,
Yep.
it will hold you. So if you want to grab through your legs, there's two straps. They can go either way, so it doesn't matter. And then you'll see here, there's two little, that's a little hard to see.
see that.
So they just clip into here,
Okay.
and then same with the other side. So these are for you to adjust. We don't adjust those.
Yep.
Those are when you're in air, you can figure out
Until
what
then,
feels more
I'm good
comfortable.
just to freewheel it. Now, the primary role, as you say, it's deployed, it's on board a ship, hunting submarines. What does that look like from the pilot's seat? What is it when you're doing that work that you're looking at and seeing? Or are you relying on the people in the back to help you with that?
Oh, big time, yeah. We drive the bus pretty much for them to get the sensors where they need to be. And we can have a crew commander pilot that helps out with the tactical portion of the mission. So it's all a group concept.
There was some discussion about the numbers of people in the Canadian Forces and that there are pressures to recruit more. If somebody today said, I want to learn how to be a Cyclone pilot or I want to be a part of the missions, how long does that take?
When I did it, it was, I joined 2006. It was 3 years, basic training, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 flight training, and then the operational training unit, and it took about 4 years altogether.
And committed.
Roger, committed.
Time for a briefing.
I don't know if they'll do anything with you, but anyways.
Okay.
So your vest is equipped with a CRR, so you will be able
CRR
to
is,
crew in restraints,
okay. Thing.
quick release. Now, if an emergency, if for some reason, and you are attached by that and you need to be released,
Yep.
you have this red handle. So
Oh,
you
okay.
pull that,
And then-
this whole piece is going to detach,
And then you
won't
can
be
just
stuck
get
to
away.
the aircraft
Gotcha.
anymore. So
Perfect.
again, your vest has multiple stuff in it. So
Yep.
again, in an emergency, if you need to get out of the helicopter, you'll get out through the water. Once you are free from
Water.
obstructions, you will pull this and your flotation collar will go.
Gotcha.
Do not pull that until you are out of the helicopter and free. Your other pockets have anything from distress markers to signal people if you're there. You have some SLBs. So again, I don't know if you know much about this, but you have a radio in here.
Okay.
If you need to use it, you'll open the antenna, open the thing, and push activate. So this will signal to the closest search and rescue, and they will come and help you.
Awesome.
Other things that are in here that you might know about is your pyro. So you do have some day-night flares, sickness pills, sunscreen,
Air sickness?
whistles.
Air sickness pill?
seasickness. which,
Seasickness.
I mean,
Okay. All right.
travel.
Similar.
You have some pen flares, some paddles, and all of that.
Okay.
It's
No
also
wonder it
all
weighs so
in your
much.
vest, yes.
Awesome.
All
So,
the helmet.
and we're good to go?
Yeah, you're good to go.
Nose 6 inches. Nose is touching.
How long have you been a captain?
Been a captain since 2019.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
And you grew up in St. Margaret's Bay.
Correct.
Did you ever go to air shows as a kid? Was that something you did?
Yeah, a couple, I remember as a kid going to DeBert. One time we were out at Abbotsford on the West Coast.
Okay.
Father was in the military, so we moved around quite a bit as a child.
So how long have you been directly involved with this CH-148?
So I came here in 2017 and started they had two separate courses. I did the utility crew member course.
Okay.
And flew roughly for a year, and that gave you the opportunity to do hoisting, all the utility work, vert reps, hopefully that we'll be able to see today in the air. And then 2019, I moved over to like the tactical side, and I completed a year-long OTU,
Okay.
operational training, and then was qualified in September of 2020, and I've been flying for the last 3 years.
And
fully qualified.
your job is in the back of this aircraft?
Correct. I'm the Air Combat Systems Officer, and I work in the cabin next to the sensor operator and the crew floor.
We said near the
What
west
do you think
side.
people should know about the capabilities and its role with Canada?
So with Canada, I'd say it's a very great asset with regards to any kind of surface or subsurface searching. Its interoperability used with the Navy has been proven very well from the sails I've been on.
Right.
Right over, Ronnie Reynolds.
Roger.
It's going to be just coming between these two guys. It'll be a left-hand turn.
Roger.
So big picture, we got, here we are in Shearwater. We got a broken layer at 15,000, tops 24,000, plus 6 statute miles.
The empty weight is around
It's kind of the overcast
600.
there down to the south
Still around
towards Yarmouth.
4,500.
We have isolated CBs, tops at 35, 2 statute miles,
1,500
thunderstorm
pounds.
rain. Any questions on Halifax and Shearwater and Halifax?
Can you do that again in English?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's going to be your tether, so when we're flying around with the doors open, right, you can have a little tether on the back, a connection point here. Right, I'll show you on mine. Okay. Right here. And that's what this is going to connect to, and that's going to lock into the helicopter. So that when you use your footing or whatnot, you don't accidentally fall over. All right, so passenger seats, you can move around once we're take off and we're above, say, single engine speed. And to adjust the seat, just pull the yellow strap, lock it down, and then you have standard 4-point harness. Right? Yeah, twist to open. They're not sprung low, so when you do twist, just give like a hip thrust and separate from the side. And then each station, when you move, you switch to comm cords. You always have to be on comm so you understand what's happening. So that, right.
How long have you been in the Canadian military?
I'm on my 20th year now. I started in the Army, and I changed over to the Air Force in 2010. Got here in 2011. I flew about 1,000 hours on the Sea King, and then I was on the initial cadre when we first switched over to these.
What conditions can you not fly in? I mean, this is a military aircraft. It's designed to be in use. You don't cancel operations most times just because the weather's bad.
Well, you're right. It is an all-weather aircraft. We can go up in pretty much anything, but we have to have a reason for that.
Okay.
Like, for instance, there has been thunderstorms last night and into this morning.
Yeah.
We have certain rules against how close we can be to thunderstorms. So if it's just a training mission, we'll kind of avoid that thing. But, you know, if we're overseas and there's something critical that needs to be done, we'll kind of push that envelope.
Primarily, these are deployed how? How do these get into operation?
Well, we're conveniently located right across the bay from the naval yard, and when the ships deploy, we fly out of Shearwater, we land on the back of the ship, we'll transit across the ocean with them, and once we're on station, we just launch off the back of the ship and fly our missions.
Now, for years, there was a retired Saint Laurent class destroyer in the town where I live, and I got to see how the bear trap works and pulls the chopper in. Is that same technology employed today, that something grabs the helicopter and brings it in?
It's exactly the same. Right, yeah, you're right. The cable comes out of the aircraft, and it connects to the bear trap, and there's a centering force put on the aircraft. And as the ship is rocking and rolling, it keeps the helicopter kind of in line with that bear trap. And when we find that lull between the waves, we essentially land the helicopter immediately into that trap, and then the trap closes on the helicopter and locks us in.
Now, when you're at sea, do you have to sleep in the same places that all the sailors do?
Yes and no. We have a mess in the ship, but it's a dedicated mess for all the Air Force personnel. We have our own kind of spaces and our own little routines that we get away with.
What is your job on the Cyclone? What is it that you do?
So I'm an ASOP, which stands for Airborne Electronic Sensor Operator.
So you sit in the back?
I sit in the back, and I operate all the weapons and sensors. So the radar, the sonar, the electronic countermeasures. We also do search and rescue, door gunnery for defensive measures, all that. Anything in the back, I take care of.
How much pride do you have in what you're doing as a member of the Canadian Forces?
I love my job, and I like to brag about it every chance I get. I come from a military family. My dad was Air Force. A lot of my uncles were other elements in the military. And in my opinion, I have the coolest job there is.
Yeah.
I mean, I fly on the helicopter, I get to see cool things, go cool places.
When we go out there, I'll be the one holding the cannon.
then I'll have you just on like your right hand on my left shoulder. There's a lot of downdraft, and then once I'm connected,
Right, just ask him.
we're gonna wait. Put it on the door. Yep. So we'll like turn around and be mindful of the downwalk is gonna try and like take you up from your legs. So just like we'll pretty much hold on to each other as we hit the hole.
I'll get you onto your socks. I'll get you to do the, only because you reached over there?
Okay, we're exiting. Huh?
Only because you reached over with your hands?
Yeah.
And we're still in ground mode, and now we're in ACS. Hovering, I forgot about that. Hovering about 75% torque. Peace on the green, 35.
Roger.
I recommend maybe back.
Backing up and turning left.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, turning left. Just. You're well clear to left. There's 20 feet. They'll put it down the center. 15. And clear to sling. Roger, clear to sling. Continue ahead 10. Ahead 8. Ahead 6. Easy ahead 4. Ahead 3. Ahead 2. 1. Steady ahead and down 3. Down 2. Down 1. Steady down 1. Steady down. Good position. We're hooked up. Waving them out of the rotor. Sure. All right, I'm going to center us over the load. Let's come ahead 2. Ahead 1. Steady ahead. And just easy back 1. We just drifted a bit. Steady back and up 10. Up 8. Stand by to take the strain. Take the strain. Up 5. 85% torque. And all clear. Things up to cruise. How was cargo safe?
Roger, cargo hook. Safe.
Yeah, set after landing.
Roger.
Set after landing.
Roger. And good attitude for landing.
This is one of the unique experiences I've had aboard this kind of machine, and I'm having a blast today, and I'm really learning a lot from the crew. So very much want to thank the Canadian military for allowing us this opportunity to play in the skies over Halifax Harbor. Having lots of fun here today.